Hey, what's up everybody? This is Likeits1985. In today's vlog, I will be explaining or answering the question, has Likeits1985 jumped the shark? Jump the shark is a term typically used to describe a TV series, but it can be used also to describe like a trilogy in a movie series like Star Wars or the Predator series and so forth. It could also be a comic book series. And I'll just use TV as an example. I don't really have a particular TV show in mind to illustrate my point, but basically jump the shark means that, towards the third or fourth season of a TV series, perhaps maybe the person in charge of the direction of the show will add new characters, will add new plot twists and so forth that deviate from what the original show was all about. And it's called jumping the shark when you do that. It could be a good thing, I suppose. You can maybe like have a spin-off, like when Cheers spin off into Frasier, or Star Trek, Next Generation spinned off into Deep Space Nine and Voyager and so forth. But it's basically just jumping the shark means you're changing the overall character maybe of the show or the direction of the show, or like I say, adding new characters. The reason I bring this up in this video is because you may have been noticing I've been doing a lot of flashback to the 1980s reviews, a lot of action figure reviews, and as always Transformer reviews, and maybe not so many Gundam model kit reviews. But I'm here to assure you that I'm still interested in Gundam. And in fact, let me just show you one reason why, just to kind of illustrate that point. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Yes, I still am into Gundam. What happens oftentimes is I just don't have time to build all these kits, as most of you all know. And these aren't kits that I bought all at once. They are kits that I accumulate over time. And for me, I'm a big Transformers fan. And my time usually is divided between building and reviewing Gundam model kits and reviewing Transformers figures. So these are the kits I have that are either half built or totally unassembled. So as you can see, starting from the top, we have the Goof Ignited High Grade, the Master Grade Zeta Plus C1, which if you follow my channel for a year now, you know what that's all about. That's one that's been sitting there for a while. The ZZ Gundam Master Grade, the Shin Musha Gundam, and the Musha Gundam Mark II, and last but certainly not least, the Master Grade Destiny Gundam and the Strike Freedom Gundam. These two I'm really looking forward to building. I've started building the Shin Musha. I don't know, I just lost my interest temporarily. I'm sure I'll get back into it. The ZZ Gundam, what I think I'll do with this one is, if I make partner, I think I will have a drawing for this and give this away as a prize, just as a drawing piece. So if that ever happens, or it could be maybe if I reach 1,000 subscribers or something like that. So this one I'm not too interested in anymore. But I'm going to hold on to it and see what I'll do with that. And then the Zeta Plus, you all know about, is one I was planning on building, but I kind of got sidetracked. It's been a year since I've actually really worked on it. And at the top there is the Goof Ignited, which is a high grade, which is half built. You can see I do have plenty of Gundam model kits to keep me busy, and I think it just happens like with every other model builder. You get some, you buy some, you just accumulate them, and then before you know it, you got a stack of them, just like Prime 92 dozen or something special reviews. So so plans for my channel. As you know, you can see, or maybe those of you who watch the flashback to the 1980s reviews, I do have a really interest in the 1980s vintage toys, and if it becomes big enough, I may just start a new channel. However, for now, I'm going to leave it on the Likeits1985 channel because I think that I just need to grow this channel. And then once I reach my goal of being a partner, then I may just take those videos and move them over to a new channel that's specifically devoted to 1980s vintage toy reviews. Let's see what else. Oh, before I forget, I wanted to thank everybody for subscribing up to this point. I looked just now and I'm up to 575 subscribers, so thank you all very much for that. I appreciate it. It really does keep me motivated to keep making reviews, to see that I'm still, you know, gaining more new subscribers. So that's really cool. I appreciate that. Thank you all. And what else? That's really just it. I just wanted to kind of you know, explain the direction of my channel, what you know, the direction is going in, why I've been doing a certain type of reviews. And you know, I mean, while I'm going to do what I want to do, I feel like I owe you just a little bit of an explanation as to what direction my channel is going to be taking. Because after all, you guys were all kind enough to subscribe to my channel, so I'm sure you're maybe in the back of your mind wondering, well, what's up with Likeits1985? He's kind of jumping the shark there, doing some 1980s toy reviews. What's up with that? It's just you know, it's like I say, it's just interest to me to do those type of reviews. I'll be doing like I've done Street Fighter action figure reviews. It's just mostly I'm a Transformers and a Gundam fan. It's like Transformers and Gundam are like two equal opposing forces that are vying for my wallet. And sometimes Transformers will be like this, and sometimes Gundam will be like this, and Transformers will be down here as far as my level of interest at that particular point in time. But, you know, I would say they're about equal. You know, of course, with Gundam model kits, you got to build them, so lazy people like me, sometimes I don't feel like building a model kit, so I'll just do some Transformer reviews. And I have to say there are a lot of new, to me anyways, there are a lot of new and cool Transformer figures coming out and that have come out. So I really want to do, finish my reviews of the Transformer reviews that I want to do. You know, of course, in the background I'll be doing, hopefully building some of these kits. I'll probably start building either the Destiny Gundam or the Strike Freedom Gundam. Yeah, I kind of got like Gundam ADD when it comes to model kits. I really kind of flip and flop sometimes. That's why, for me personally, even though master grades are awesome and they have credible amount of detail and articulation, for me sometimes I just like to work on a 1-to-100 or a 1-to-144 kit, because you knock them out in a couple days. You gotta figure, you know, within a couple days. Master grades, you know, they take a little longer. So that's just me. That's how I roll. You know, if I was you know, totally into Gundam, of course, well, I'd be putting out more Gundam reviews more often. But since Transformers and Gundam are kind of like with me, that's just the way it is. So I just want to, like I said, just going to offer you guys a perspective on where my channel's going, what's happening with it. Like I say, I'll be doing what I want to do, but I want to kind of include you guys in on where I'm headed, what I'm doing. So yeah, you'll see more, like you'll see more, you know, vintage 1980s toy reviews. You'll see more action figures reviews. Of course, you always will see Transformer reviews. And once I start, you know, building these kits and getting them completed, then you'll be seeing those reviews as well. So, all right. Well, thanks again so much for all your views and all your, which reminds me. But thank you for your views. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I would ask you guys, if you would please, to comment. One of the things I feel is lacking in some of my reviews is, like, I don't get a lot of comments, and like I see other people doing reviews, they get a whole bunch of comments, and I would like to see you guys comment, like even if it's like a negative comment, or not negative, but even if it's like even if it's like a critical comment, like, oh, you know, I don't mind critical comments against me as long as they're constructive criticism. Like if you say, oh, Jason, you didn't transform that quite right, you needed to fold this over like this, and okay, cool, I'll accept that and go on. But if you're going to be like a smart ass and say, well, oh, didn't you know how to do that? What are you, like a noob or something like that? You didn't know how to do it. I don't take those kind of comments too well. But, you know, like I say, if you got some constructive criticism, I would like to hear it, sure. But I would like to hear those comments too. Just like I said, one thing I wish I had on my channel would be more people commenting, and I don't know if that's because they're afraid of my reaction to maybe a critical comment. Like I said, I'm not opposed to constructive criticism at all. or if you want to say, hey, could you do this with your channel, or could you do this better, or as long as you have something it's phrased in a nice way and a constructive, critical way, then that's cool with me. So yeah, I encourage you to comment, leave comments on my video. Let me know how I'm doing, and maybe also I do take review requests on occasion. I just have so many reviews that I want to do on my own that it may take a while for me to get to those requests. I think once I get caught up on my my Transformers reviews that I want to get done, like the current figures that are being released, once I get catched up on those, maybe then I can start taking like requested reviews. If you see something, I got to get my collection room reconfigured, and then I may do another updated collection video, and then that way you can see, oh, could you review that please, or could you review that Gundam model kit, something like that. Just some kind of requested review would be cool. Anyways, I'm rambling now, so thanks for watching, and catch you later. Bye.